What's up, everybody? In this video, I do want to share a couple of items with you that I've just added to my collection. I'm actually going to start off though by addressing one thing that I received here. It is the Marvel Collector Core Eternals box. Now, when it comes to the movie, I thought the movie had some strong elements to it, or at least some interesting elements to it. Overall, it's not one of the better MCU movies, and I think it's going to be kind of forgotten over time. And then I think a big mistake they made with this movie as well is with the wardrobes. Their costumes are not really interesting to begin with, and then they're very similar from character to character. So I think that has really hurt the merchandising with this particular movie. So this box, I just don't feel the need to keep it. I already know what's inside of it. I'm not really interested in the pops. I do like the character Icarus. I thought he was kind of an interesting character, but this is not one of the better pops of him. The pop tee, I don't need that. I already have a Eternals pop tee that was gifted to me that I like. I don't really feel like I need another one. So yeah, I'm actually keeping this box closed up, and I'm gonna basically see if I can get my money back on it. Hopefully I can sell it, get my money back. But I do prefer to keep my Marvel Collector Core subscription going, because most of the time, if there's something I'm not really interested in, I may be able to put the pops into my prize pool or trade them, whatever it may be. But yeah, with this one, like I said, I'm just going to try to get my money back off of it, basically. Definitely want to know what you think about this Marvel Eternals box, if you did receive it. But moving on, let's get into things that I'm actually keeping in my collection. So I do have here from the Pixar shorts mystery minis, and they're not actually mystery minis. I should just say minis. And I actually like that they're not mystery, that they do have these windows so you can see what you're getting. So you see that we have here the Bluebird from For the Birds, which is one of my favorite Pixar shorts. So when I saw this one, I knew that I was going to get this right away. And I actually found this at Target. It's not Target exclusive, but that's where I found them at. And I actually saw the full set. Now, since I've gone back to that Target, some people have picked up, I guess, some of the more sought after ones, like with Tinny. I know the metallic version, somebody already picked that up. The glow in the dark La Luna, which I'm actually not familiar with that particular short. And some of these other shorts I don't know either, like the Kit Bull and Float. And it says here Spark Shorts, artist projects. So these must be something that are newer, some of their newer shorts. I haven't checked them out yet, but I may get to them on they're probably on Disney Plus, so I will check them out at some point. But yeah, you see they also have Bao figures here. I know a lot of people really like Bao, and I like that it's about a mother-son relationship, but beyond that, it's not one of my favorite shorts. I really do like Day and Night, but I don't like the way they designed Day. I wish they had done something different with Day, because Night looks really good. So I might still eventually get Night, but I don't feel like I need to get Day. Luxo, is basically like the Pixar mascot. You might as well say you see that with the logo. Don't really feel the need to get that either. So really out of this set, I'm just sticking with the Bluebird for now. And like I said, maybe I'll go back for Night. And if they do a second wave of these, it would be nice if they do the tall bird, the main character from For the Birds. That would be nice as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm just sticking with the Bluebird for right now here, and I may get him out of the box in a moment. In fact, I'm going to run through a couple of things I have here, and then I will get some of these items out of the box. So I have another Cosbaby here, and this one is pretty cool. I recently shared the Iron Man Marvel Zombie Cosbaby, and now we have this another variant here, the Rusty version, which I think looks pretty cool. And it has a really interesting look to it. Again, they had that little tab on the side where you can move the eye, but I don't know, this one doesn't really have a pupil, so I don't even know if that would make much of a difference there. But if you saw that previous video, they have sometimes little different effects going on with their actual packaging. So yeah, this Cosbaby here, like I said, this Rusty version of the Marvel Zombie Iron Man, I think is pretty awesome. Kind of reminds me of the Mysterio illusions that were going on in Spider-Man Far From Home, and the Iron Man that appeared there. That's what it kind of puts me in the mind of. So yeah, this one, I will get it out of the box in the moment. Most of my Cosbabies, I do take them out of the package to go ahead and display them. Then I have some pops here. So this one, a friend actually pre-ordered this for me to make sure that I got this particular figure, and it finally showed up here. So from the Suicide Squad, we have here the character Savant, and pretty simple design. I may just leave this one in the box, but I did want to go ahead and get this character here. I'm biting my tongue. I really don't want to say too much about this particular character in case you haven't seen the movie, although it's been months now. hopefully if you're interested in the Suicide Squad, you've checked it out. I think it is a movie that would be worth owning on Blu-ray, you know, so if you haven't checked it out yet, I would highly suggest it. I'm still kind of hoping with the Suicide Squad that we see some more figures, including a rat catcher that's unmasked. That would be nice, and maybe even a Starro figure. And there's some more they could do with the Suicide Squad as well. But yeah, I'm glad I finally have Savant. I actually don't know if I have room on the shelf where my Suicide Squad figures are, so I might have to find a way just to put him at least close to those particular figures. Next up here, this was a Christmas gift. We have here Zombie Dr. Doom, which I definitely wanted to add to my collection. So yeah, this was on my Amazon wish list, and I had a family member that was nice enough to go ahead and pick this one up for me. I don't know why a lot of time these figures have so much dust on them when they arrive there. But yeah, the Zombie Dr. Doom, I'm glad to finally have this one now. Looks like it has some nice details to it. I may get this one out of the box, and I already feel like it looks better than it does in the glams that I've seen. So yeah, definitely happy to have that one. I think that was a pretty nice gift. Now with, I did share this previously that I did get the LA Comic-Con metallic Doppelganger Spider-Man. So I'm not gonna open this up, you know, I'm not gonna really share that one again necessarily, but yeah, there is a non-metallic variant, which I think still looks pretty good. You know, in fact, the colors are more vibrant with the non-metallic one. So I think that's pretty awesome as well. And I think the metallic one was either you could only get it at the con, or if you caught it online. Whereas the Doppelganger Spider-Man here, that's non-metallic. This one has been on Hot Topic's website more than once, I think. I'm not sure if it's available right now. If it's out of stock, we know how Hot Topic can be. It may come back into stock at some point. But yeah, that one's pretty cool. I actually might just go ahead and leave this one in box, since like I said, we basically have seen it before. It's just a different paint job there. Another new pop I have here that people thought was going to be super popular, and then when it didn't sell out, people were surprised, but I think this one may have been produced in high numbers. Also, I feel like if it had came out just a couple of weeks earlier, it may have sold even more, but I still don't know, like, you know, how many of these were actually produced. But we have here the Watcher from Marvel's What If. Like I said, if this had come out on Funko.com while the series was actually still going, or right when the series ended, then it may have sold even more. But again, it may have sold well. I mean, like I said, who knows how many of these were actually produced. I see some people that refer to this as like a dud or a letdown, and I'm like, I don't really get that reasoning, because like I said, we don't know how many of them were actually produced. And when it comes down to it, I don't really stress over who else is buying a figure, how many other people bought the figure. If I want it in my collection, you know, I'm going to try to make sure that I get it. That's what's really important to me. And I think this is a pretty awesome figure here. So yeah, this one I actually do want to get out of the box to take a closer look at it. If you have seen the Pixar short for the birds, then you know that they went with the perfect expression here for this bird. I thought that was very clever that they actually went with that expression there, where he's mocking the larger bird in that video. And yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a really good short. I really like the messaging to it. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about it. If you haven't seen it, just check it out. Like I said, it is pretty good. And I still really feel like they could do another wave for the Pixar shorts. As a matter of fact, there's another one that I'm a big fan of, Presto. Yeah, if they did Presto, the rabbit, and the magician, maybe do both of them, or just the rabbit, you know, that would be pretty cool as well. And if there's any other Pixar shorts you would like to see figures for, definitely share that with me. Or if you think there's any other Pixar shorts that I should check out that I may have not seen, please share those in the comments. But yeah, the feathering on this one and everything, like, this is a really good looking little figure here. So fingers crossed eventually they will do the larger bird as well. I would really like to have that in the collection. So this Cosbaby here, yeah, I really like the coloring on it. The rust coloring and the kind of faded silver. And it even has these specks where, like, you could see that it's starting to rust there. It's got the scrapes and everything, and of course the exposed skull and that green slime going on there. Yeah, and like the other one, it has the exposed rib. It also has the hand that's basically like rotted off as well. Yeah, so in terms of, you know, the sculpt and everything is very similar to the other one, but it just has more of a, you know, skeleton look to it there. And the paint job does make a big difference. So if you didn't see that previous Cosbaby, you could check it out. It's, you know, one of the previous videos on the channel. And So the two figures I had, they're actually both variants. I don't have the original zombie Iron Man, so I may end up going for that one as well, just to go ahead and have all of them together. And of course, they have some other, you know, with the Cosbabies, they have some other Marvel zombies as well. I'm still debating on which of those I'm going to actually add to my collection, but just don't be surprised if you see even more of these on my channel. And then here, of course, we have the Zombie Doom, which looks really good as well. Now, the face sculpt to me just looked kind of odd when I was looking at the glams, but seeing it up close, it is pretty cool. You know, the of course, the metal is missing here from the face plate, and you can see the skin beneath, like the rotted looking skin there. Yeah, very nice detailing. Again, it has this green slime. You know, they did it with the Cosbabies too. I still don't know if that's actually like a story element from the comics or not. If it has something to do with the source of, you know, how they became zombies, I'm really not sure. Or if it's just a detail they decided to do to kind of tie the look of the characters together. But I like here with the missing arm, how you see the slime kind of coming out around the bone. That's some nice detailing there. And he has this big slash across his chest as well. Yeah, I really feel like with the Marvel Zombies, there's just so many great details when you look at these figures up close. Oh, even here on the back, look at that. How tattered the cloak is, and yeah, it's got those holes in it and everything. His cloak or cape, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, really nice detailing all the way around. It kind of blows my mind that some of these super detailed figures like this, you know, the Pops, they're common figures, and they have so much detail to them. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, the Watcher here, it's still available. If you want this figure, it is still available. And I have a feeling that if this does eventually sell out, then you're going to have some people griping about that. But it's like, get it while it's available. Like I said, we don't know how many are available, but usually once something is gone from Funko.com, there's no guarantee in a restock. Actually, they've been doing more restocks, which kind of surprises me, but I think that might be because of production issues and they just can't put all the numbers out that they want to right now. It's taking a little bit longer maybe. But yeah, like I said, there's no guarantee in restocks on Funko.com. So if you see anything there you want, go ahead and get it. You know, better safe than sorry, basically. But yeah, this looks so good. I really like the look of the gold there. Now, if it was a metallic paint job, of course, it would be even more awesome, but it still looks pretty nice. I like the colors. I like also how the cape here is not completely transparent, and yet light does seem to pass through it pretty well. So that makes it look pretty cool there. I like the stance that he's in as well, because yeah, the Watcher can actually throw down. If you watch the What If series, then you know that he does know how to fight, which is pretty cool. And I wouldn't be mad at Funko at all if they did the Watcher again, but they did a larger size of him, because he actually is a tall character and he can grow, like he can be like the size of like Galactus, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at all if Funko did a larger version of him, and I probably would go ahead and add that to my collection as well. I do have one more item that I want to share in this video, and this was sent to me by my friend Cat D as a part of another quick trade that we did. Of course, we had our huge Christmas trade, and hopefully you have checked out those videos. But this was another smaller trade that we did after that. And she actually sent me here, or she ordered this for me, I should say, this Marvel vs. Iron Man. So I think this is something that's completely new, because this is by Eagle Moss, and you see it falls up under their Hero Collector line of figures. And yeah, the series is Marvel Versus. I think this Iron Man is kicking off this series, because if we look at the back here, you see they got Loki there. Got a pretty good look at Loki, but there's Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Thor, like I said, Loki already, Captain America. I've not seen any of these other statues here, and it is referred to as a statue. It actually says they're 1/6 scale dynamic statue. But yeah, I haven't come across any of the others. If any of you have seen them, you know, definitely let me know. Please share that with me. But yeah, this is the only one that I know of thus far, and I'm really ready to take a look at it. I will say right away, it's pretty light. I think the materials are pretty light, but hopefully it's, you know, sturdy enough to where it'll stand. It won't be easily knocked over or anything like that. But yeah, we will go ahead and take a closer look at this Iron Man statue. Right away, the statue does seem a little bit smaller than I expected. Of course, I mean, if you look at, you know, the box there, you would think that this would be a little bit larger, but I shouldn't be surprised by that, because I do have some other Eagle Moss products, and they tend to go with you know, some pretty small statues and figures. But yeah, the size is not bad though. It's just, like I said, a little bit smaller than I expected this statue to be. And the colors are not quite as vibrant as I thought they would be either from looking at the box and looking at the glams. But again, not really a big deal to it. I do like the design of this particular Iron Man suit. I think it is a good look for Iron Man. And I think the pose is cool there as well. Now, because they do have this effect going on with him basically blasting off here, and pretty good look to that overall. It's definitely not the typical look for Iron Man blasting off. You know, you usually see kind of a different look for it. Well, you can see some separation there. I wonder if that's... it doesn't feel like that moves, but yeah, they probably could have not had that separation there, but that's kind of nitpicking because that's not super noticeable when you're really looking at it on display. But I was about to say, since they had this big effect going on here, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do an effect with his hand, like him actually firing something from his hand, you know, his repulsors or whatever you want to call them. I forget the particular name, but yeah, kind of surprising that they didn't do an effect there. So yeah, it's not quite what I expected, but I still think this is cool overall. And I am very much interested to see how the others look. Don't know if I would go for the Loki one. I am a fan of Loki, but I don't buy a lot of Loki figures and statues and whatnot. Very interested in that Captain America to see what that looks like. The Spider-Man, Green Goblin as well. Yeah, it's mainly the Thor and Loki that I probably would not go for. But the other ones, I'm definitely interested to see how they turn out. And I definitely want to hear from you all. What do you think about this statue here? As far as the price is concerned, I don't think the price is exactly the same from website to website. So I would say if you're interested in this at all, do compare prices. Again, this is by Eagle Moss and it's part of this series here, Marvel Versus. So you can look that up and track it down if you're interested in it. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. It's not quite what I expected, but it's still cool when it comes down to it. So I definitely want to hear what you think about all of these items that I shared in this particular video. Let me know if you've picked up any of these or if you plan on adding any of these into your collection. Did you get your hands on the Doppelganger Spider-Man? Were you actually interested in that one? And like I said, if you missed out on it, I would not stress that too much with it being a Hot Topic exclusive. There's a chance that it may appear on the website again if it's not available right now. I actually don't know if Savant is still listed on Amazon or not, but Amazon, they tend to do restocks of exclusives as well. Maybe not always right away, but they get around to them eventually. So, and as far as the Cosbabies are concerned, you probably would have to go second market. And again, compare prices if you're going to get any Cosbabies. You can find good deals on them, but you may have to look around a little bit. Don't go with the initial things that you see. You know, do compare prices when it comes to those. But yeah, like I said, in general, I want to hear what you think about the items that I shared here. I do appreciate you all taking the time to check this out, and I will talk to you all again real soon.